That's an amp. Is there an amp for the head level in these or not? Oh. Good evening and welcome to Darwin Mazda Oval for the round 11 clash between the Nightcliff Tigers and the Buffaloes. 2020, 22, 21, 22 TIO Premiership season. A round 11 action. The Nightcliff Buffaloes going to be an absolute rip snorter tonight. Nick O'Reilly here with you this evening. Joining me on the special comments tonight is Natasha Medbury. G'day, Tash.
Hey, mate. How are you?
Yeah, very well. It's been a long day. You've had a bit on today, but we're looking forward to a cracker here, aren't we?
Yeah, no, and yourself. We've been here pretty much the whole day, and there was a cracking game between the women's earlier on today, which was top of the table clash, and Buffett's got the win over that, but looking forward to today's game, of course, and Nightcliff always bring it when they play at home in front of this balcony where all their spectators are. Yes,
that's where we are, sitting up here. It was great last week. We sort of thought it was a private function. I thought we were going to get finger food and all that, but we didn't. So maybe it might happen tonight, but we're looking forward to an absolute cracker here as everyone's walking out to their positions. Of course, the Nightcliff Tigers wearing the black armbands tonight to honour the former Nightcliff Premiership player, Keith Smart. Won a premiership back in 1964. So condolences to the Smart family and friends. And hopefully Nightcliff Tigers get a win for Keith this evening. As everyone just sorts themselves out. Umpire holds the ball aloft. Nightcliff kicking sort of up screen of what you're watching now. Buff's kicking back towards the camera. As we're underway, the ball folds out now. Here's Stokes, the captain, back in the side. Hands out to Sharples. Ryan Moo with him there. Takes off, little Moo. He's got the quickest wheels in the NTFL. Throws it on the left. Cut off back there. Juggling mark against no one, really, in the end. It was Kata Bala.
Yeah, that was a good mark. Well read.
So here's Stokes. Right half back. Fires over to another Stokes. It's Stokes central out there tonight. Kick up to right half forward. It's a good build-up from the Buffs. Good start. We've got Roberts out in space. Nyhouse closes him down. Feeds a handball back to Raymond. He's going to get it back here. Roberts just over his head, though. Philo with some pressure. Kick on the left around the corner is an absolute rip snorting from goal from Tyrone Bean. And Buffs have got the first hash.
Yeah, very, very good goal. Bean missed last week, of course, but very strong-bodied midfielder. He's come all the way down to kick that one, but just well done. Raymond knew he was going to get tackled. Just that tap, got it to space, and Bean come through and kicked the first goal of the game. Good start from the Buffs. Nightcliff probably the very short-priced favourite here to get the job done tonight, but Buffs have jumped the gun quickly. And Bean did come all the way down from half-back, so that's a good start to the game for him. On the fire early. Beanie boy. He's got one on the board. Buff's got one on the board. We've gone 1.5 minutes in the opening quarter. Back in the middle. Nice tap down. Stokes out of the middle. Moo comes off the wing. Philo fires handball back to nobody. McKenzie held without it. Umpire lets it go. Archer with a nice tackle. Oh, he said he was holding the man though. Oh. Thought that was a bit unlucky. He could have been holding the pill. Tommy North. On to left half forward for Nightcliff. Melville, top of the square. Nice mark. That's a good mark. Sean Wilson. No, play on. Says the umpire. And he's 200th too. He's put the whistle away at the ump. Fires a handball over the top. Tom North here, wheeling around on that left foot. Straightens up. Goal. Good reply. Nice goal, Tommy North. Very quick reply there. Unlucky not to be paid the mark in the 50, but swings around. That's a beautiful kick from that pocket as well. So Nightcliff on the board. Is Archer, very, very important player for the Buffaloes, but good to see Jared Stokes back as well. He's already had a couple of important touches for the Buffaloes, but looking to see him link up with Archer. I reckon they've really missed Stokesy in the middle. Yeah, my word, they have. They looked out of sorts last week, the Buffs. They got the job done over Tiwi, and they actually ended up sort of winning convincingly in the end, but they weren't playing that great, were they, Tash? No, not at all. A lot of turnovers. So it'll be good to see how they go here tonight. Back in the middle, Archer down again. One of the best ruckmans in the comp. Feeds it out. Here's Moo. He's had a mountain of it early. Away here through Remfrey, just off the deck. Nightcliff arrived with numbers. Handball comes over the top. It's all Buffaloes again. Raymond's on the outside. He gets it now to little fella. Nice little sneaky handball. Straightening up kick. Inside 50. Nice tackle from Brown. McKenzie wrapped up in the tackle. Shuffles fires that one out. Morris long down the line. It's all buffs here though. Nice ball coming in from the side. Bean goes without it. Philo to Moo. Ignores Philo. Wheels around on the right. Kick up to half forward. Nobody home though. Covering off there.
There's Moroney. Very important player down back for the Buffaloes. Kevin Moroney.
So Nyhouse into the middle of the ground. Risky kick. It's going to work. Wilson to Philo. Now they're away. Wilson gets it back. Just pops it over the top. Nice little kick. Here's Tommy North.
He was screaming, demanding that footy. I reckon he's going to go back and have a crack at this.
And the man on the mark stands just inside 50, I reckon, from here, Tash.
Kicking into a bit of a slight breeze, of course. He looks pretty confident.
He does.
Has one.
He's a confident young man. Plays on, just outside 50. Nice kick off the boot. Through from behind. So 1-1-7 Nightcliff. Darwin just the 1 goal straight. 5 minutes gone in the first.
Yeah, just going for distance there. He just pulled that kick. See how they do some rebound footy now, the Buffs. Rodos has been a brilliant player for them as well.
My word. It's a nice release and kick to McKenzie. When this man gets going, he's hard to stop. Bit of candy being sold there. Oh, look at this. Taking the P155. Doesn't pay off, though. Wrapped up in a tackle, umpire circling. We'll have a ball up. Right half forward for the Buffs.
They probably needed to go with the first option. Roberts was on that and he'd worked off his opponent in Brown, so needed to get that ball in a lot quicker.
Archer again. Pill on the deck. There's McKenzie going in after it. We'll have another stoppage. So 7-6, Tigers up by a point. 6 gone in the first. Right half forward. Archer with the tap backwards. Joey Collins under pressure. Ball goes out, we'll have a boundary throw in.
Yeah, a few stoppages at the moment, just trying to break free. A lot of pressure put on, good tackling. So probably the way the Buffs would want to start as well. Make sure that they don't let the Tigers get that fast start that we're used to.
Yeah, absolutely. We saw it here with the Wanderers last week. They got the fast start, but Nightcliff just work into things nicely. A well-oiled machine are the Nightcliff Tigers. They're away here. There's Nyhouse. Right boot up to half forward. No one home for Nightcliff though. Moroney. So that outer side to McKenzie. Here's the captain Stokes. Nice footwork from that man. Kick in the Watkins' direction. Here's Raymond. Quick kick out of that pack. Up to the top of the square. They're going to get another crack at it. Kick around the corner. But the Browntown's home. Oh, he juggles it over the line, the Browntown.
You don't see that very often.
No.
That was a kick by McDonald in there. Usually plays down back, but he's pushed up forward.
And he kicked like a backman too, Tash.
Yeah, he didn't get purchase on it, did
No.
he? But Brown in the end dropped the mark. He would have taken every day of the week.
And he's shaking his head too. He'll be filthy at himself, that man. Archer down. Some nice pressure. Coming over the top, I think that was Remfrey on the bottom of that pack. Have another stoppage, Tash.
Yeah, good start to the game so far. Bit of an arm wrestle.
All thrown up, the old one bounce. That one just dribbles over the line. Andrew throw in.
Yeah, disguised that one well. Just like the way that they're setting up. Just watch Jared Stokes around these stoppages as well with Archer. He's a noted goal kicker, midfield goal kicker, Jared Stokes.
You guys will be looking to break that tag. Up down to Harper. Little left footer around the corner. Wilson. Philo. Plenty of pressure from the Buffs. Nice. Stokes. Does well. Uses the body well. Gets into space. Handballs over the top. Snap around the corner. Collins and Nyhouse. Nyhouse punches it through. No over the line.
We'll have a boundary throw in.
Yeah, good start. As we said, that they missed Stokes. He's back. He's had a bit of leather poisoning in the first start of this game.
He sure has. Buffs are doing well, locking it inside there, attacking 50. Archer down again. Brown runs into a bit of trouble. Bit of a throw there. Umpire letting it go though. Ball stays in. Wills, nice sneaky little handball. Up it gets knocked over the line. We'll have another boundary throw, and this time 30 around from the Buffs goal.
Yeah, they hit that well, didn't they? They wanted the boundary line then and just worked it slowly but surely around there. But I just like the way that Buffs are going about their setup here and just locking it in.
Yeah, they're locking it in well. Nightcliff cannot get it out. Archer with a bit of good old-fashioned tunnelling.
Yeah, and he was given a bit of a lip there, but he's lucky he's held it in. Probably unlucky with that one, I reckon.
He's had a long kick. That's Nias on that outer side. Run into trouble, though. And that's holding the ball.
There we go, and here we go, he goes.
By letting it go. Oh, let him. Yeah. Oh, no, it's going the other way.
That's why there's no advantage.
Well, that makes sense, Tash.
Oh, he was on there too.
That does seem like 100 metres away.
They're just cutting off the angles. I just like the way that the Buffaloes are setting here.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's this next kick, very unlike the Tigers.
Tigers 7, Buffs 6. 10 gone in the first. Up on that other side on the wing. Philo. Now they're away the Tigers. Getting a good look at it. Gets to 50. Lowers the eyes. Wilson. Have a look at the wheels. Banana. The impossible. Won't come off. Holt fits. Nice footwork. Kick around the corner. I'll tell you what. That would have been a fantastic goal.
Yeah, flashy.
But it was a point.
Flashy footwork there. Holt Fitz knows where the goals are. He loves kicking a bag. Very dangerous in that position.
Here they go, Briston. Left back pocket. That's a nice kick down, long down the line. Philo arrives with the fist. Nice tackle. Here's little Raymond. Watch him go. Bowles. Back to Raymond.
Oh.
Nice work from that little man. Have a look at that kick. Hits Brown on the chest. Bounces off that chest. Brown again. Has time to recover. Fires out the handball. To Daniel Bowles. Now they're away. Up to centre wing. Kicks inside 50. Nice punch coming over the top there. It's Tommy Clark. Ball smothered. Just on the deck. Body's flying around everywhere. This player just managed to get that kick away. Is Jamie Jones. Philo. That's a hospital-style handball. Not quite put in hospital, though.
You're lucky to get away with that one, Philo. You don't see that very often either, but definitely was a hospital pass. They managed to get away with it.
There you go. That's Phil Wills just telling everyone to calm down, cool their jets. Let's build this up nicely. It's a good kick up to half forward. Wilson does well. That's a nice kick. Fitty out. I'm just trying to see who that is.
Is that McGregor? No.
Yeah, I think it is. Marley McGregor. We're rolling with that. It's really hard to see, isn't it?
I know. And the jumper numbers as well on these shirts are very hard.
That's a nice kick off the boot. Floats up in the air. Touch through from behind.
Right on the line. Good kick. Just feel the Buffaloes are getting out of defence quite easily here, and they're just making the Nightcliff have to kick it inboard through the corridor.
139 Nightcliff to Darwin Buffaloes, one straight. 12 and a half gone in the first. Maroney, centre half back for the Buffs. It's looking for options. Something short. Dangerous kick. Jamie Jones arrives with the spoil. Just misses a target though.
Oh.
At Melville in an absolute paddock.
Yeah, he just let his teammate know as well. They just burnt a goal there, I reckon. The Tigers. He was on there, Melville, but maybe a boundary throw in. So
that's how I used to kick my goals in under 12s, Tash. Open like that. Here we go. Kick around the corner, snapped. Nothing's doing, though. The handball goes backwards. Looking to control things here. Here's Philo. Wheels around on the left. 50 out from downtown. Absolutely nails it. Philo gets his first and Nightcliff get their second.
Yeah, brilliant goal. As soon as he got around, he just needs one step, and he's got such a powerful kick, Brodie Philo. That's why he Nichols medalist as well. Probably been a little bit quiet for his standard this season, I reckon, Brodie Philo, just for his standard, but a lot of handballs so far, not so many kicks for Brodie Philo. He's got such a powerful kick for a man of his stature.
2-3-15 are the Tigers. Buffs one straight. We've gone 14 minutes in the first quarter here.
They had to work hard for that goal.
Yeah, my word, they did. Absolutely. Buffs are playing well. It's not getting it done on the scoreboard, though, unfortunately for them. Gregor with a big lead. Philo out of the pack. Up to half forward. Nice spoil coming over the back from Briston. Handball goes inboard. Tommy North. Tommy North. Tommy North.
Yep.
Gets his second.
Gets his second. Good kick as well. That was a little bit too easy there for the Tigers. Defensive 6 for the Buffaloes. Just need to regroup. You can hear the roar.
Yep, love that. I actually want to be in control of that.
Well, that could be dangerous.
I know, that's the Wales hatch, that's the point.
And of course, that man out there running water as well, Cammy Island, spoke to him earlier on. Reckons that he'll be back after the Christmas break. So he wanted to play.
That's funny. On my radio show today, he said he was going over to Tiwi.
Yeah,
and I said, why would you, if you're coming back from injury just before Christmas,
just don't.
Why would you go to Tiwi?
He said he wants to, but of course the coach, he's listening to the coach. So Buxy's gone, no.
Well, Buxy will be listening. He'll watch this back tomorrow, Buxy, and say, cop that, Buxy. He's going to Tiwi. Stoppage still in the centre of the ground. Nice little arm wrestle here. 21 plays 6. Philo quickly out of the pack. He's just working into the game nicely.
Yeah, it's a bit dangerous, isn't it? Once he starts getting his hands on the ball, watch out.
Adam winds up to half forward. So.
They're just running a lot harder at the moment, the Tigers.
Yeah, they're super fit outfit, aren't they? There's Melville. Goes with a long roost up to the goal square. Emery flies from behind. Quick kick out of the pack. Goes through from behind.
Yeah, just peppering the goals, as you said, with Brodie Philo. Getting himself involved early now from the centre square. A lot of clearances. They've had the last 3 clearances from the centre square.
Here's Stokes. The captain to the tune of Jared. That's a nice kick. Risky one, but it'll work. Holmesburg plays on. Not the best kick, though. Browntown holds onto that one.
Yeah, this time he catches it.
My word, he did. They're out here now. Danny Bowles. Risky kick. Nice ball coming in from the side. Archard. The big lumbering unit. Here's Jared Stokes. Just doesn't sit for him, though. Here they go. He's out. Right footer. Nice kick. Hits Wilson. He drops a mark, though. He's down at his feet. Feeds a handball away. Tommy Clark. He's having a good season, Tommy Clark. And Stokes out in space. Kick inside. 50's a dangerous ball. Nice pressure arriving here from the Buffs. Joey Collinson there. He's going to get it here on the outside. Collinson quickly out of the pack. Through from behind.
Usually that's his bread and butter there, Collinson. So dangerous up forward. Can sneak a goal, that's for sure. Unlucky that time.
22 plays 7. Nightcliff up by 15. 17 gone in the first quarter. As Daniel Bowles feeds a handball over to Brown. Just at left half back here. Sammy Harper. Nice kick, finds Moo. Doesn't have a lot on. Looks inboard. Goes with the handball. To Bowles. He ran on from half back. Kick into the pocket. All Buffalo's back there, though, trying to clear. Just ran into an absolute wall and holding the ball.
Unlucky there. Just enough pressure, the perceived pressure down there.
That's Holt Fitz.
Holt Fitz, yeah. Got to be careful when he's around the footy.
Well, we might have to go old school next time we call it here, Tash, and bring some good old-fashioned binoculars.
We need some binoculars, I reckon.
Binoculars.
Just thinking exactly the same thing.
Sorry to our viewers at home. It's quite hard. Here's Holt Fitz. Just going the standard drop punt for that man. He's a tricky unit. And that is nice off the boot. He puts it through and he gets his first. And the Tigers extend their lead. 4-4-28 to the Buffs. One straight. 19 gone in the... Sorry, there was just a Tiger that just rocked up at the venue. Sorry, guys. No, Buffs, one straight.
And, of course, Sabine kicked the first goal of the game, of course, so that was right at the start of the game. So they've just had trouble getting on the score going again for the Buffaloes here. Looking for any sort of changes they're going to do. Archer, they've won the last 3 clearances, the Tigers. Wines is doing a good job in there against Archer.
Back in the middle.
I thought he was going to take out the umpire then.
Yeah, my word. Bit of blocking going on. Archer, geez, is in ripping form, the big man. Have a look at that. Away they go, Buffs. Joey Collinson's out the back. Won't quite reach him. Nice mark taken by Bowles. All touched off the mark there. Mackenzie being held onto. A bit of a headlock, WWF style. Umpire's letting it go. Howe gets jumped on. We'll have a stoppage, 30 out from the Buffs goal.
Yeah, happy with that. He ducked his head. So the umpire let that one go. Bit of cat and mouse between the ruckman here.
Oh, word. Jackson Bowden, he's a massive unit. Morris with some nice little hands. Now they're out. It's Edwards. Kicks into space. Wilson. Stokes. Well done by Stokes. Does very well, actually. Now the Buffs are away on that outer side. Yeah,
the last line of defence, if it got past then, there was definitely a goal on for the Tigers. It's going to come back in now.
Sharples dropped that mark. He should have taken it. Philo's putting it back in 50. Nice spoil. But it's not doing enough. Snap around the corner. Here's a goal, and I think it's Kyle Emery. Perhaps. That's a real watch this space, Tash.
Yeah, this is a fast start again. So 5 goals in the first quarter. Like I mentioned previously, Bean kicked the first goal of the game for the Buffaloes. Had trouble scoring since. And already just that little bit of a lead. They just need to be so careful here, the Buffaloes. You can't allow Tigers to get this fast start and then try and play catch-up footy against them. They're just a well-drilled team that you can't let them get too far ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. 27-point margin now. 5-4-34 to 1-1-7. 21 gone. First quarter. Archer almost to himself in the end. Stokes off the deck. Works up to half forward. Buffs desperately need one going into the quarter-time break. Here's Stokes out in space now. Puts it on the right. Snap around the corner. He's nice.
Captain's goal. Spoke about him being a goal-kicking midfielder, and there we go on display there. They've missed him the last couple of weeks as he goes off for a spell, but that was a beautiful goal. Much needed, as you said, Nick.
Absolutely. Just gets that margin back to a little bit more respectful. 5-4-34 to 2 straight 12. 22 gone in the first.
He was like their barometer, Jared Stokes, but well done to his brother Bradley Stokes on that last line defence as well. Would have been a goal the other way.
Absolutely.
Can they snag another one before the quarter-time siren?
But this is how good Nightcliff are, aren't they? I mean, you saw the start, the opening 5 minutes. Buffs had it locked in. They were under pressure, and then they just go up the other end. They just kick 5 goals like that.
They just started with the space, I guess, as well, and just going back into the corridor. So they're looking to switch at every option.
Archer again. He's getting a fair bit of work done in the middle tonight. Kick up to half forward. Nice spoil from Nyhouse. Brown taps it back to Nyhouse. Puts it out into space. Bowles trying to sell a bit of candy. You can't sell that candy to Joey Collinson. High up and under. Seaton Kerneth. It's absolutely jumped on. Wills attacks him.
Yeah, good pressure. Collinson did well, actually, to lock Bowles in. Had to force him for that up and under kick.
Geez, just a little sneaky one here from the bus. We've got a game on our hands, I reckon, Tash.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, we'll go in holding their head high. Mackenzie off the deck. Ball gets out to Howe. Holt fits. Just working this nicely. Nightcliff. It's a nice kick down the line. Melville well and truly up the ground for that man. It's a nice kick to Emery.
So important those two players work so well together up forward.
It's a half forward. Buff's covering off nicely. Risky kick. Drop mark. You don't want to drop him there. Players arrive from both sides. Holt fits lurking. Stokes. Nice tackle on. It's coming back in. The kick is a long one that's gone through from behind.
Yeah, risky kick from Moroney, but luckily for him, he got back in and made the numbers at the ball where they were luckily to escape with that one.
5-5-35 to Darwin Buffaloes. 2 straight. 24 gone in the first. 7-goal opening quarter. 5 of them to Nightcliff.
That's a good mark by Tommy Clark out there.
Really need to see that man get busy tonight.
Yep, and a 50.
Let's go, yeah, the old downfield trick. Bit of off the ball action, Tash. Yeah,
it wasn't too much in that, but the umpire picked it up straight away, so they could still got just enough time. Maybe they need to quickly get it into the 50. And geez, that's a fair 50 as well. Yeah. The umpire, so if he can hit up someone here.
Yeah, my word.
That much needed goal.
There you go, it's a nice lead from Collins. He's got Jamie Jones. He's going to eat them for breakfast every day, Jamie Jones.
Yeah, he ducked his head.
Sits on Collinson. Yeah, you can't ping him for that, surely. Yeah, that's a stitch up. He's got very stiff.
Yeah, very, very hard, but Jones, what a good read of the footy. Got up nice and high, but probably wasn't the best kick in to Collinson, that one.
He's a good size about him, Jamie Jones. Very nimble, tall. With some long arms on him.
He's been a handy pickup for them, hasn't he?
Yeah, my word. Philo, that little chiseler. It was that hot, that player couldn't even mark it. Tommy North. He does well, geez, he's in ripping form. And there we go, it's quarter time here at Darwin Mazda Nightcliff Oval. And it's Nightcliff 5-5-35 to Darwin Buffaloes. 2 straight 12, 23-point margin. We'll be back with the second quarter real soon. Welcome back to Darwin Mazda Nightcliff Oval, round 11 action. Nightcliff and the Buffs. Nightcliff in control, 35 to the Buffs, 13. But Tash Medbury, Cammy Stokes, the coach of the Buffs, wouldn't be too peeved off, really. Not a bad start from the Buffs.
No, it did. At first, they started with a bang, of course, got the first goal of the game, but then struggled to get it inside their 50. I just think they need a tall timber target down forward. Joey Collinson's, sort of their go-to player down there, but, he doesn't have much size to him. He can sneak a goal, of course, got that bit of X factor about him. But I just really feel they're missing a big target up there. And, of course, with Shillabee moving over to Wanderers, they just really need to. And you can't put an Archer down there because you're just killing it in the midfield.
Yeah, he's doing a lot of damage. Giving his midfield first use of it.
And we've seen last week he didn't chop out at all. He stayed in the ruck the whole time. So
and, that was a 2:30 game too, like hell, absolute hell. Here he is. Have a look at the big man. Goes bang. Up to half forward. Nightcliff getting numbers around it. The free kick going away to the Buff side.
So this is the start that they need.
We try and get a read on who that is.
Kale Cossack. The ex-Nightcliff player, knows this ground very well.
Usually he plays back too from memory, Tash.
Yep.
He does, doesn't he?
I don't reckon I've seen him kick too many goals, actually.
No, well, this could be an eye-opener for both of us. Kale Cossack, as Tash Medbury just said, ex-Nightcliff, goes bang. Goes left, though.
Yeah, just struggled with the distance there. Let's see what they can do just to lock it in.
So the long kick gets up to centre wing. Here is Archer. Jeez, he's a good pick up for the Buffs. They've just turned it over though. Philo through the middle. Rare thumble from the big boy. Up to full forward fly from Melville. Holt fits. Nice hands. Kick on goal. It's gone right.
Yeah, Marie there was probably calling for that one to just put it out in front of him there. They usually do the team thing, the Tigers, but to ping at the goals and didn't pay off that time.
Of course, was Sammy Harper. Meanwhile, they've got it right half back.
This bloke can play as well, Rodis.
Rodis goes with the handball. He's been. Runs himself into a bit of trouble. Goes with the handball. The kick from Abala. Chopped off left half back.
It's really breaking down there, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Just no massive target. I mean, they had Kale Cossack there, who's a fairly sizey unit. This one's going to come back, though. Tyrone Bean. Already got one to his name tonight. The other goal kicker for the Buffs, Jared Stokes. Kick down the line to Raymond. Centre wing goes inboard. That's a nice kick. Nearly played on there.
Yeah, this is...
Rodos plays on there.
No target up there.
Long kick. He's going to chew this up with Nightcliff defence.
Just the up and under. It's more in hope, that kick. Not a spot-up kick. They really need to get on their motor and put some leads. Put some leads on.
Deary. To the outer side, centre wing. Nightcliff just wheel this one around. Moroney chopping it off for the Buffs, though. Super reliable backman is this man, Kev Moroney. And as I say that, he's just absolutely turned it over.
Yeah, and this is a dangerous area to turn it over as well.
Here they go. Half forward, screaming inside 50. Ball held up though. Free kicks going the way of the Nightcliff player.
Yeah, watch Philo hanging around the back. They haven't woken up to it yet.
No, and he just totally ignores it, but of course you're going to ignore it when you've got that man out in space, and Trent Melville.
But see, that's not a kick in hope, that's a spot up, a good lead, dummied back, led again, and gets the ball on the chest. Unlike the Buffaloes up the other end, they really need to, look at leading, just kicking in hope.
Well, Trent Melville, he's already got one to his name this evening. Will kick from about 45 out, slight angle. Not a lot of breeze here tonight. It's pretty stinking hot. One has sailed through. Big Trent Melville gets his second. Nightcliff 6-6-42 down. Buffaloes 2-1-13. We've gone 4 minutes in the second quarter.
Yeah, good goal. Melville, Mr. Reliable. Like I said, he works so well with Emery now that Emery went back to the Tigers last year, of course, had a stint at Palmerston. Was a midfielder at Palmerston, one of the fittest blokes I reckon I've seen. And just with the depth that Nightcliff have, watched the Division 1 game, Nick, and I reckon there was about 5 or 6 Premier League players capable of playing Premier League in the Div 1. So you know your depth when you've got someone like Jono Paris running around in Div 1.
Well, I interviewed Chris Bucks on Mix 104.9 earlier and said, how's the Div 1 team looking? He goes, yeah, we're chock-a-block at the moment. They run deep. Nightcliff, a lot of good players. They'll be favourites to take out the premiership this season as well. Kicks going into the pocket. Bean covering back. Beanie boy can't quite get on the end of it though. Wilson round the corner. Nice work. And that's just you just got to swallow those marks that Bean dropped, don't you, Tash?
Yeah, and just critical, just the numbers, the run. Wilson, probably one of the most underrated players, I feel. He's Mr. Consistent, has been for the Nightcliff Tigers for many years now since he went over. I think he was a Buffalo's boy, actually.
He was.
And just with the depth that they have, the rotations that they can do through the midfield up forward, you just got to stay on your guard. And fortunately for the Buffaloes, they're struggling to get some goal scoring opportunities, and we know that these guys, Tigers, can score very quickly.
We're at a 34-point margin now. Stokes doing all he can for his team. Nice Shepherd put on from Abala. Quickly goes high up and under. Cut off though. Nightcliff are going to absolutely set this one back inside 50. Bean just over his head. Emery kept his feet, used the body well. Tried to keep it in. Wasn't far over the line, Tash.
And just the way that they read each other. Melville knew he was going to have a crack at trying to keep that in, and he was the one running into the goal square. So
it was soccer style. That one would have been 7-6-48 to 2-2-14. All thrown in 15 around from the Nightcliff goal. Holt fits on the outside, running past, very sneaky. Wilson. Just a bit of stacks on there, bodies flying everywhere. Maroney under pressure. So much pressure, he hits up the Nightcliff player in Hopkins.
Yeah, unlucky there, Maroney. We've been the Buffs a better player so far in this game, but just under so much pressure. Use the boundary line as your best friend, but unfortunately it landed in the arms of a Tigers player.
Josh Hopkins, 45 out on the 45. Kick on the way. Post. You heard it in the effects, Mike. And you heard the sound effects of the Nightcliff faithful up here on the balcony of the sports club. Here's Stokes. Gets it back. He's a quick man, Tash, isn't he?
Yeah, he's got some wheels on him.
Kick though. It's going to come back in. Deary chopping it off, going with the quick hands to Howe. Wills, Philo, all the big names from Nightcliff. Wilson. This gets held up though. As he got only plays on now. Goes with the handball over the top. This is Hopkins, has another crack at it.
Oh, there.
Pulls it left.
I reckon Baxi would have been happy with that one. He had a few options on.
Peppering the goals here now. 7-8-50. Darwin Buffaloes 2-2-14, 36-point margin. 8 minutes gone in the second.
Match up I'm loving at the moment. Stokes on Philo. So yeah, Jared Stokes, yeah.
Both
two hard nuts.
Yeah. Not much of a defensive game from either players, just all attack, which we love to see, Tash. He's been. Risky kick.
That time he takes it. Sharples needs to get involved in the game as well. He's been very quiet to start this game.
Yeah, he has. He's turned it over again here, the Buffs. Emery does well with the body.
Oh, come on!
Could have got one high. Jeez, he's just taken on the whole Buffalo's outfit. Fires over the handball.
High, I reckon. So the free kick's going to Emery. Briston's complaining that he was legged, but
yeah.
Not sure if I saw that one, but definitely the high tackle was there.
Emery was dead set, taking on about 5 of them and standing up 2.
So strong.
Isn't he?
The very, very strong player. And as I said, probably one of the fittest blokes. Can run all day, and the quality is he gets to play up forward.
Yeah.
He's a sharpshooter as well.
There he is, Kyle Emery, for his first for the evening. See the bus player giving him a round of applause. And why would you? Because he's just put it straight over his head, straight over the goal umpire's hat. Nightcliff 8-8-56, Buffs 2-2-14.
I'm sure that roar's getting louder. So 2 goals now to Kyle Emery. Yeah, there's danger signs starting to emerge here already in this game, I feel, Nick.
Absolutely, 42-point march. I'll tell you what, Tash, I can't believe they actually got a tiger up here. It's ridiculous. Liz is a real-life tiger.
Unfortunately for the Buffaloes, Jared Stokes getting a lot of his touches in this second quarter in the back half. So they've put Joey Collinson, looks like, on the wing. So they're making a few changes. And Aaron Stokes is now in the ruck. So where's Archie gone? Up forward. So Clark.
Up inside 50 now, the Buffs, but they're just coming back inside. Long kick down the line. There is that man, Emery, up the ground. Melville. A bit of holding going on. It's going the way of the Buffs this time. They get one back. Reece Holmesburg.
Yeah, Holmesburg, he's usually gets the number 1 forward, doesn't he? He's had a great season as well for the Buffaloes.
Bradley Stokes, left half back. Doesn't have a lot down the line. Next to a contest. That one just gets bashed over the line. We'll have a boundary throw in.
Yeah, just had no options, as you said. Nick had to use the boundary line as much as he could. So Farchard's gone forward.
They just need to change something up, don't they? Yeah,
But do you take him out of the ruck? He's so dominant there.
No.
It's, you know.
I'd almost roll McKenzie into that. Let him roll around on the ball, and he's good in the ruck. He's got a fair leap on him, and he's quite mobile. He's a big-ish man, not massive, but big-ish.
Yeah, and you're right. He does have a good leap on him as well. So here we go. It's this next kick that they're breaking down.
No.
And again, just, yeah, well read by Brownie, but such a reliable defender.
Philo out in the space. Kick down the line to Wines. He's got Melville on the lead. Takes a mark, 50 out.
Yeah, just read that like a book. You can hear the supporters telling him to have a crack.
Gets to 50, kick on the way. It's gone left. Yeah, you just feel as though Nightcliff are just starting to take the P155 a touch, Tash.
Yeah, they're pressing now. They're just smothering the Buffaloes, aren't they? So it's danger signs, I feel, already. Cammy Stokes is trying to make some changes, but they just can't get it past the halfway mark.
No, they can't. There's Bradley Stokes. Just that kick again. They didn't really have anyone in the space. One's gone over the line. We'll have a boundary throw in. Probably about 55 around out from the Nightcliff goal, out of side.
Yeah, Tommy Clark, he had front position then, but then just allowed his Tigers opponent to get around him, and, you know, probably need a bit more of a better effort as he comes from the... Looks like he's coming from the ground, but he's just going a kick behind play.
So ball thrown back in. Stokes in the ruck. Oh, really up against it too. Nice handball popping out. Kick around the corners, not bad off the boot. Out of bounds on the full.
We've got some aliens creeping in here somewhere.
Oh yeah, don't we?
So Mackenzie, he's gone down back. Bowles a bit quiet. Here he is now.
Here's Bowles. Yeah, you're right. To the quiet night. One of the better players in the NTFL. Been stitched up so far tonight. That one just stays in, does it? Yes, it does. Moo does well. Feeds a handball out. Philo. High up and under. Inside 50. Melville out the back. Being under pressure. Holt Fitz arrives.
Here we go.
Goes. Holt Fitz, he eats these every day. He just squares it up. Have a look at that for a kick. That is a fantastic kick. We sat right behind it. And that was nice work from young Holt Fitz.
Doing the team thing. Of course, you you would have been fine with having a crack at that. Liam Holtfitz usually kicks the remarkable goals, but team thing first, isn't it?
Here we go, wheels around, puts it through. Adam Wines, he gets his first. And Nightcliff extend the lead, 9-9-63 to the Buffaloes, 2-2-14. 49-point margin now, getting out of control.
Yeah, we could see in the first 5 minutes of the start of this quarter, you could just see that the Tigers were pressing. I reckon they're pulling the throttle here, and Brody Philo with that trademark kick of his off the one step. He's gone for a rest up forward. Phil Wills has gone back into the midfield, the captain.
I get some interesting stats every week, Tash, and this is a very interesting one I got from Mr. Mark Kelly. Of course, he's heavily involved down here at the Tigers, and he writes, Brody Philo and Kyle Emery wear the same brand boots. They communicate to alternate from white to yellow each week, so they don't wear the same colour. Very interesting setup from those two individuals. Very interesting.
Surely that's a fine. That's got to be a carton or something.
I'll tell you what it is. It's an absolute stitcher.
Oh, dear.
Here we go. The Buffs get a free kick at half forward.
Let's just see any forward targets there. Good.
It's Remfrey.
He's gone back a long way.
He has. It's almost in the middle of the ground. Remfrey, a much needed goal for the Buffs. Let's get this one home. Winds up. It's gone right, though. It's a big roost.
Yeah, it went up probably further than it went in length, I reckon.
Not a very long way. 15 gone. 9-9-63 to the Buffaloes. 2-3-15. 48-point margin. 16 gone in the second quarter. Down here at Darwin, Mazda, Nightcliff Oval. Melville on the outer side, right on centre wing.
Gonna have to get hearings tests up. This
Yeah, my word. My word.
Oh, too easy in the end. Well done. Too strong. Just read it best in front of Bean. No easy feed as well. I reckon that's... Is that Wines? Yeah.
He just kicked the last goal.
Just used his body so well.
As you heard the Nightcliff faithful said earlier, just go and kick it, and he did. He's off to a good start. Haven't seen much of him.
Yeah, not much of a breeze either. Stinking hot out here today.
No, isn't it? Kick on the way from Wines. Hits a post. Second poster for this evening. Poster central.
Yeah, luckily for the Buffs, Mackenzie's on here.
Now, what's he got down the line? Everyone's manned up. It's not a bad kick.
Again, just over the head of his opponent.
This one stays in. Howe does well. Kicks inside 50. Drop mark, though. Absolute dropped sitter. Wines goes off the deck. Holt fits.
Oh, it's that X factor.
Yeah, my word.
So dangerous, Liam Holtfitz. Seen him kick a bag of goals numerous times.
9-11-65 to the Buffs, 2-3-15. 20 scoring shots to 5. We've gone 17.5 in the second quarter. They're absolutely peppering the goals, Nightcliff. This could get very ugly. In the second half, here's Jamie Jones on the other side. Uses the feet well. Kick wasn't the best. That one's juggled over the line. From Tyrone Ben. We'll have a boundary throw in, 60 ran from the Nightcliff goal.
Yeah, probably one of the only mistakes of Nightcliff so far in this game. I reckon they're going to pull the trigger soon before half-time.
Ball thrown in. Stokes keeps his feet, does well. Fends off about 4 Nightcliff opponents. Archered with a long high up and under. Just a bit of a scrap on the outer side. That one goes over the line. We'll have a boundary throw in.
Yeah, half-time can't come soon enough at the moment for the Buffs. So Archer's gone back into the ruck by the looks of things. Ball wasn't getting down there, unfortunately. Big target down there, but you need the ball to get down there.
Meanwhile, quarter time over at TIO Stadium, St Mary's 5-6-36 to Waratah, 4 straight 24. That's going to be a ripper. But why would you turn over to that when you're watching this? We're on fire. Aren't we, Tash Medbury?
We are. Yeah, just that fast start of the Tigers. Buffs can't buy a goal at the moment.
No, my word, they can't. They're stinking it up at the moment. Kick up to half forward. Good build up here, Stokes. Does well, has a bounce.
He's doing everything, isn't
he? He's wheeling his team over the line. That's a nice kick into space. That's how you do it, Tash.
That is it. Into space, lead to the right spot. With the Nightcliff defenders, I mean, you can't kick and hope. They're going to chop it off every day of the week. You've got to kick it out in front. Use your speed, use the space. So I think that's Ahmat Watkins.
And he's Big Hassan. He's a great man. There's a fair bit going on off camera. Mark Kelly's ordering people upstairs. It's all happening. Here we go. Nice kick. Slots it.
Much
Hassan
needed
Ahmat
goal.
Watkins. Absolutely, it was much needed.
Oh, wow. It took a while.
But they got their Tash.
They've got it. Can they do another one? Again, it's all started through Jared Stokes just taking on the game, of course, and, you know, they need about 5 of him out there at the moment. He's really willing his team on and just getting the ball moving at every opportunity. But again, a good lead. They've put it into space, and that's what they need to do more of with no tall timber down there. They need to play smart when they're kicking it into the 50.
Nightcliff 9-11-65 to the Buffs 3-3-21. 44-point margin. 20.5 gone in the second. Back in the middle, Archer moves it down again. Tommy Clark just gets shoved out of the way. Bit too easy in the end. Bodies flying everywhere. Archer's looking for holding the pill. Umpire circling. Oh, geez, he's giving him.
Yeah,
he's giving him all the time in the world.
I think he forgot he had the whistle then the umpire.
Gave him about 30 seconds. Well, probably not 30 seconds, Tash, but here we go. Inside 50, Tommy Clark. Nice kick.
Oh.
Nice presenting. Just couldn't drag it down, though. Under pressure here, Jamie Jones does well. Feeds a handball out. Now they're away, Nightcliff. That's what they've been doing so well all night. Once they worked into the first 5 minutes, Melville up on centre wing.
Lovely kick to space then.
Yeah, my word. Bailey Edwards wheels around. That's a nice kick. Have a look at that. That's just too easy. Although drop sitter from Jess Butterick. Wheels around. Right footer around the corner.
Oh.
Sausage.
That's a beautiful snap, wasn't it? In front of the balcony.
I know. As that Tigers firing up again, they've pulled it out of the cage. And Jess Butterick gets one for Nightcliff, extend that margin out to 50. 10-11-71 to the Buffs, 3-3-21.
Yeah, dropped the mark. It got over the back. What a beautiful kick over the back of the pack. And Butterick was there, dropped the mark that he should have taken, but he made it look flashy.
I reckon he actually meant it.
Yeah, I reckon too. Right, you know, you're probably about 20 metres away from the balcony here, and he was right in that pocket, wheeled around straight through.
I've been thinking I'm going to stitch this mob up on the on the balcony. I'm going to drop it and then just kick a ridiculous snap.
Yeah, the good old Tigers faithful up here.
Yeah, my word. Here they go out of the middle. With a head strapping on there for Vrodos. Handball comes backwards. Nightcliff just controlling things nicely at half-back for now. Good mark covering off there, Bean. Into the middle of the ground. Archered out in space. Going completely across ground. Kick into half-forward. It's not the best.
Oh, well read.
And they're away here now. Ran a long way. Kick up to half-forward. Cut off by Mackenzie. Plays on. Raffle.
Yeah,
raffle tickets if you want some at home on the NT News stream. You can get your raffle tickets, $2 each.
Yeah, they've come up at the right time to sell them, haven't they?
Might need to get some change at half time.
Mr. Kelly's right in there. Well, again, went inside the 50. Sharples dropped the mark and, you know, crucial turnover. He really needs to lift, and man of his calibre and experience and skill.
He's not quite on tonight, is he?
No.
He'll work into it, though. He's a professional. Sometimes it takes a while to work into things, Tash.
It's very hard as well when you've got such a really strong opponent.
Yeah, my word. Hands running this through the middle now. Nightcliff, not the best kick. Joey Collinson there. Stokes to Collinson. Misses him. Stokes going to get it back. No, he's not. Bean's going to get it back. That's a nice kick.
That's better.
Cossack. Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, they worked that well then. Looking to switch, I feel they probably need to look for the switch a little bit more. You know, bring it away from the Nightcliff defenders.
We've got a blood rule coming off. Can't quite get a read on who that is. On the outer side, a Nightcliff player. Meanwhile, this is Luke Roberts lining up for goal.
Yes, young Roberts.
There we go. There's a halftime siren.
Can he land it, Nick? Oh.
Gee whiz, they need it. They're down by 50, the Buffs.
Oh. Of course, his auntie is Elisa Roberts. Palmerston Jr.
Here we go. Luke Roberts. Fair whack out on the 45. Kick on the way. It's gone across the face. Doesn't register a score. And that'll do it. Yes, that will do it here at Darwin Mazda Nightcliff Oval, where it's Nightcliff well and truly in control. 50 point margin, sorry. Let's make that 49. Nightcliff 10-11-71 to the Darwin Buffaloes. 3-4-22. We'll have the halftime break and be back with the second half real soon. Welcome back to Darwin Mazda Nightcliff Oval. Round 11 action. Nightcliff in control of this one. 10-11-71 to the Darwin Buffaloes. 3-4-22. Nick O'Reilly and Tash Medbury guiding you through this evening. Tash, what do the Buffs, what would Cammy Stokes be saying at halftime?
Yeah, he needs a lot more help out there for Jared Stokes. I feel that Patrick Bowles and Charlie Sharples might have got a bit of a chat too, just to try and get involved in the game. The standards and the calibre of those two players to not get much of the footy as yet. There's still another half to go, of course, but you know, Jared Stokes is doing it all by himself in the midfield with Arch, and so yeah, he wouldn't be happy with that first half. You know, if they can at least try and go goal for goal now from halftime onwards, you know, take some positives out of the game. But I just can't see where could be some really good key position changes. You know, it looks like Briston. Yeah, is that Briston? So it's like a couple of changes. So Briston's gone forward here. So he's gone from back to forward. Liam McDonald as well, usually a backman. He's gone forward. So trying to just spark something, but definitely need a lift from Bowles and Sharples.
Yeah, flip the magnets around Cammy Stokes at half-time.
You have to. I mean, you've got to roll the dice and try and get some positives out, because it wasn't working in the first half, and he put Archer down forward to have a rest, and unfortunately the ball never got down there. So
meanwhile, all the usual units for Nightcliff are having a night out.
Oh, yeah.
It's fair to say. Here we go. Third quarter underway. Nice tap down from Archer. Quick kick coming out of there from Stokes up to half forward. Raymond. And Howe wins that one. Goes down the line. Wilson, some nice handballs inboard. Here they go, Nightcliff. Philo. Clean below the knees. That's a nice handball. Just stuffing around a bit here. Moo from downtown 50. If you don't mind, he's sailed that one. No, it's touched right on the line.
Oh, well done back there as well. I just thought Raymond with the contest down here, let Howe just run away too easily then, and someone with Raymond's speed, he really needed to put more pressure on him.
He did. Now let's see what the Buffs can do from their defensive 50. And they had Archer long down the line out in space, ignored that. Took the shorter option.
Just nothing on. They're just flat-footed.
Yeah, they're absolutely hoping for the best, and that's worked out. Now they're away. Rodos down the line.
So that's worked at Briston already, but a long way from goal to take that mark.
Is that Armat Watkins in a one-on-one? Wills cops one high. Aussie Eyes goes to Philo.
Yeah, he's a hard nut, isn't he, Wills?
Yeah,
of course, he captained the Buffaloes for many years. Probably a little bit quiet for his standards this season, I feel, Phil Wills.
So left half back at Nightcliff, head into the middle of the ground, Nyhouse.
Oh, look at this, they're on.
This is just training drill sort of stuff. Bang.
You hit the nail on the head, training drill. No pressure applied whatsoever there. They got it down from one end to the other, pretty much untouched by the Buffaloes.
Kyle Emery hasn't got one yet, from my understanding, Tash.
Yeah, he's kicked one.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got him.
Yeah,
I've got him down.
You're a reliable unit. I'll roll with that.
In the second quarter there, I reckon I've got him.
So here he is for goal number 2. Excuse me, 45-degree angle, just inside 50. Kyle Emery. Been outstanding tonight so far. He's just put that one across the face. Has he? No, he's dobbed it.
Yeah,
Gets his second.
Got that one straight through Kyle Emery. As I said previously, you can make your house on him kicking these goals. Sharpshooter. Kyle Emery as we go for the raw. Yeah, Cammy Stokes. And I've said it also in the last couple of weeks, is that you look at the team list for the Buffaloes, they've actually got a good quality players. They're just not gelling. I don't know what's missing at the moment. And Cameron Stokes is probably scratching his head thinking what's missing as well, because they do have good quality players. It's not like they're fielding, you know, a poor team whatsoever, but something's just missing, and I reckon it is that big target down forward.
78-22, 56-point margin now. Getting stinking ugly for the Buffs. Bowles, a rare touch for him tonight.
See, it's on. He just needs to move it quickly. Stokes had got himself into good position there, but...
So Renfrey down the line. Matt Watkins in a one-on-one. Jamie Jones, not quite. Banana from the pocket. It's all Nightcliff though. Taking a comfortable mark there was Deary. Comes across ground to Hopkins. Wanting something down the line, has absolutely nothing. Just lowers the eyes though. To Harper. Sean Wilson.
Very rarely do they turn it over, the Tigers. Just so well drilled.
Of course, Sean Wilson is game number 200 in the top end, 200 between NTFL games, between Nightcliff Wanderers and the Buffs, and then, of course, NT Thunder. So, congratulations to that man. What a great servant he's been to the game up here in the top end.
Yeah, he has. Mr. Reliable, never consistent, but in a Nightcliff side that has so much depth, he's probably underrated, like I said, but he's contributed to their flags, that's for sure.
Kick around the corners, hit the post. So 11-13, 79 to the Buffs, 3-4-22, 4.5 gone in the third.
Yeah, so Maroney had a good game so far.
He has been good. He Stokes in a bit of space. Gets it now. Oh, gets run down from behind. Gets back up though. It takes off.
No help whatsoever. He has a bounce, mind you.
That's a real rev, that is.
He's like a jack in the box, isn't he? Stokesy.
Nobody else in the country could have done that.
Oh.
Now they're away here, Nightcliff. His Holt fits. It's up to half forward. Kicking the Emery direction. Have a look at that. It's for strong hands. Very, very strong hands out in front.
Geez, you'd love to be a full forward in the Nightcliff forward line, wouldn't you? They're just the way that the kicks are delivered in. Pinpoint perfect, and Cole Emery just gets on his bike straight away. It's like the belief that they have of their midfielders winning the ball. They're out on the lead already. They just look up, and as we said, it's looking more like a training drill at the moment.
Cole Emery, as you heard earlier, he's got 2 to his name already. This will be for 3. Just inside the 50 on the 45. One's gone across the face, through for behind. So 11-14-80 to 3-4-22.
Yeah, rare miss from Emery.
58-point margin now, Tash. Kick goes back up to half forward. As far as the lumbering man in Archard. Bean. And the line of Sharples. Could have been a bit of an arm chop there. Bit of head ripped off action. It's all happening out there.
Yeah, just the perceived pressure, isn't it now? As soon as Buffaloes get the ball, they're just disposing of it as fast as they can. Here Stokes goes again.
Jeez, it's unreal. Kick comes inside 50. Matt Watkins just gets worried out of it. Well done. Yeah, that was nice play from that man. Archer with the spoil over the back. Wills arrives, the captain. Snaps around the corner. Nyhouse, centre wing. Up to half forward.
The running players, look at this.
There you go. Play on, kick around the corner.
Oh.
No, still in.
Stayed in.
Holy dooly, that did a lot. Shane Warne would have been happy with that one. McKenzie though, for the Buffs. Right back, pocket runs into trouble, McKenzie. Umpire's going to say holding the ball.
Oh, no, he's lucky to get away with that one. That's perceived pressure. They're just putting pressure on themselves now. They're, you know, touching at shadows now here, the Buffaloes, and then kick it out to his captain. 20-metre kick, you know, the wheels are falling off.
And you can see the frustration there in Stokes, so he just threw his arm straight up too. And it's fair enough too. It's like, as you said, a simple kick.
Yep.
You just need to hit that target. And that pressure building and building from Nightcliff.
I mean, we've seen them get the win over Tiwi, but as we spoke about during that call, Nick, you know, if it was any other team, they probably wouldn't have got that win.
No.
Pretty ordinary footy, but a win's a win. But when you're up against the top notches in Nightcliff, and of course, probably not having their most dominant season compared to other starts of the season.
Yeah, absolutely, Tash. Spot on the money. On the outer side, see, just again, nothing going right for the Buffs. Meanwhile, Stokes, though. Raymond out the back, works into the forward. Howe spins into trouble. Raymond, quick kick. Setting up. Nice goal, young man.
Oh, good work. Rising star, of course, a couple of weeks ago. Nominee. Geez, I thought he had a bit more time and maybe to run into goal then, but he backed himself and kicked it.
Let the little man go. Handy goal. So Nightcliff 11-14-80 done. Buffaloes 4-4, 28, 52-point margin, 9 gone in the third.
Yeah, well done, Raymond. Another fast player. Just Riston here talking to Watkins, Matt, just trying to get some sort of structure and game plan happening in the forward line for the Buffs. Tommy Clark's gone down there as well.
I was going to mention that. It's not a bad move. He's a bit of a bull.
Yeah, like him and the Wills match up. They're both bulls. Those two very strong fellas. Love their footy.
Archer. He'll go and get it. Clever handball backwards to Moroney. He'll get it back into 1-2.
Oh, beautiful vision.
Gets to that outer wing. That is not the best kick off the boot. Stays in somehow, though. Everyone sort of stopped, except for Jamie Jones. He went back and got it. Get it here in a 1-2. Yeah, well done, Nightcliff. And they're under a fair bit of pressure there, Tash, but there's just a lot of cool heads out there.
That's it, yep.
Philo comes across the ground. Nice kick into space. Doesn't quite sit. Little throw out.
There you go.
Matt Watkins. Now they get a run on. Joey Collins. Nyhouse. Just read it best, Nyhouse.
But he wanted that ball. He wanted that ball in front of Liam McDonald there.
There's a cross ground. Holt Fitz, a very long way from home. Kicks it to a sea of Buffaloes, though. Wheels around. Up to right. Half forward for the Buffs. Ball spills out now. McKenzie with the handball. Curtis Seaton. Archer under pressure. Manages to get the handball away. They've just worked themselves into a lot of pressure here. A lot of congestion. Quick kick up to half forward. Nyhouse being held onto. Umpire letting it go. Wilson. Hands back. Howe. Holt Fitz. Let's do it all again.
Yeah, too easy just to get out of the forward line there. The Buffaloes just really need to clamp down. Like I said, they need to take some sort of positives out of this game, and they've sort of, you know, kept Nightcliff. What have they got in this this quarter? Only a goal so far, so not too bad.
Nyhouse, centre wing, has a couple of bounces. Has a third one. Goes with the long ball to a one-on-one. Nice ball coming over the side, knocks it out. The boundary throw it.
What about his position in the back line, Nyhouse? Of course, on the AFL list was kicking goals.
Yeah.
And he come back and he's just turned into such a quality defender, reliable defender down back for the Tigers. And they've got so many of them. You know, you've got Nathan Brown, Daniel Bowles as well. Love watching him play. And now Jones as well. It's just, it's dynamite down there, that back six.
Yeah, it'd have to be one of the better back sixes in the comp. Quick out of the pack, goes across the face. And a bounce over boundary throw it. Yeah, a few of the back sixes that really get me. Dash is obviously the Nightcliff one, a very experienced side, but I've watched Waratah the last few weeks, and their back six is pretty handy too.
Yeah, I thought that also with Wanderers when they have their best back six, you know, playing up and about, especially with the Johnson in there now, Lloyd Johnson.
Yeah, I just set them up. They just get set up so well moving forward. Some of these back sixes getting around the place. Kick, that could be deliberate if it makes it there. It does. What's the umpire going to do?
Touch finder, that one. Yeah, touch finder. Good old go for distance there. Lucky to get away with that.
So Nightcliff 11-14, 80 to Darwin Buffaloes 4-28, 13.5 gone in the third. Ball thrown in. Not out of the flank. Here we go. Here's a chance for the Buffs. Up to half forward. Briston on a one-on-one. That one will just get paddled through. No. Why would you? All the time in the world. Holes to Nyhouse. Looking for the switchy. I've got numbers on this side. Wilson decides to go that way. There's Jamie Jones. Bit of JJ action. Plays on. Raymond runs him down. He gets a kick away though. Melville in a one-on-one. Goes off the deck.
So strong, isn't he, Melville?
Works it up to half forward. Kick to the top of the square. Emery gets dropped. Kick around the corner.
He drops. That's a goal. The number of Tigers players down, I think it was a big collision down there.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was Kyle Emery that ended up kicking that goal, actually, I think. There's that Tigers just come out of the cage again.
Yeah, she's definitely roaring, isn't she?
Yeah, my word.
Well, that's their only second goal of this quarter. So Buffs, a few positives out of that. Of course, the quarter's not over yet, mind you.
12-14, 86 to 4-4-28. 15 gone in the third.
Just the way they take the game on, we look for that switch. As soon as Jones took off and got it over the back to Melville, they were on every day of the week. It's just, yeah. So Collinson's gone back into the forward line.
Thrown up, Stokes in the ruck now for the Buffaloes. Quick kick out of the middle. There's been a bit of a shove in the back. Yeah, the umpire's there. It's going to get Stokes. It'll come back to Emery. Man, he's having a night out. He's got 3 on the board. We'll line up for goal number 4.
Yeah, it must be, you know, not being too critical of Sharples, but he's got to be carrying some sort of niggling injury, because surely you'd put him on the ball maybe just to get a feel of the footy. He's just out of the game, all out of sorts in this game, and probably just to, yeah, I'd chuck him on the ball. But of course, if he's fully fit, he's just doing a few stretches and back play there, so wouldn't be surprised if he's carrying a bit of a niggle.
Emery on the approach. On number 4, he's just pulled that left. And it bounds on the full.
Wow. Don't see him miss too many goals, Emery.
No. So 12-14 to Buffaloes 4-4. 16 gone in the third quarter. So the long ball, right back pocket. Not quite get over the back, where the Buffs had the numbers. One goes over the line, right on that outer side. Centre wing.
Yeah, in front of the Buffs faithfuls over there. The girls got a good win today in their game, top of the table clash. Brilliant display of women's football showcased here today.
Yeah, it was right in the middle of the day too, Tash. I don't know how you girls do it.
I ask myself that quite often.
And we'll unpack that another time.
You were slogging it out downstairs yourself in the bloody stinking hot.
Yeah, in the sauna. Kick up to half forward, full forward, sorry. Ball on the deck off the ground.
Oh, an airy.
Not quite, Emery. Just rushed through for behind. Nightcliff 12-15, 87. The Buffs 4-4, 28.
Ever since I praised him for his goal-kicking sharpshooter, he's had the mockers since then. I've given commentators curse.
Oh, geez, that's a terrible handball. Straight into a Holding the ball. Drop mark. Start worry. They've got all the numbers in the world, all the time in the world. Spins out of trouble. Snap around the corner.
Too easy.
Too easy. Trying to get a read. Sean Wilson.
Hello.
Well done, Shawnee boy. He gets goal number 2. So Nightcliff 13-15-93 to the Darwin Buffaloes 4-4-28. It is getting ugly, Tash.
Yeah, the floodgates are opening up now. The poor Buffs. 3 wins for the season to date. Really struggling, like I said, just something's not gelling at the moment.
Yeah, they've been pretty good the last few years. It's just, yeah, something's not quite clicking. I think the other thing is too, I mean, they've got big Hassan Ahmad Watkins up there, up forward. They've moved Briston back. He usually plays to the forward line, but he usually plays back.
Yeah, he's back line.
So just need that 1 or 2 more bigs. I'll gel it together. They've got some pretty good operators in the middle, like the captain.
Well, especially when you've got Archer, like he's dominating. He's surely going to pull some votes for the Nichols medal, you would suspect.
Well, meanwhile, Nightcliff with a missed target. Philo, it's in the back.
I reckon Matty Dennis a couple of seasons ago, I reckon he played about 7 games up here for the Palmerston Magpies. We're getting absolutely flogged, but I think he nearly picked up 3 votes every game. He nearly actually won it.
Yeah.
The Nichols medal.
He's a fantastic
ruckman. Oh, sorely missed by the Magpies, Matty Dennis.
Where is he?
He was down in the Tasmanian footy, wanted a break. So there was talk about him coming back, and then there was talk that maybe he might show up here at Nightcliff, and but he's having a break, and well deserved as well. He's gone back to back for a few years now with the seasons, but just his leadership is really missed around the club.
Yeah, fantastic player. Nightcliff have worked it up forward, and here's Moroney for the Buffs. Well, the pressure piling in now. Stokes. Archer's there. Collinson. Turn it over. Holt Fitz not quite off the deck. Melville. Bit of an arm chop there. I think that's McKenzie getting back there for the Buffs. Yes, it is.
Started off in the midfield like a couple of weeks ago, McKenzie, but playing more down back.
Tommy Clark will get it back into 1-2 with Archer. Can get it again. No, just missed the target. Goes out of bounds.
There's right on cue there, Nick. It just is not gelling for them, isn't it? Just that run and carry. They're trying to take on the game, but it's just the disposal, the inefficiency to hit a target or find a target that's really, really critical and letting them down.
Ball thrown in on centre wing out of side. It's a nice tap down. This is a better build-up. Sharples.
They led too early there, I reckon, Nick, the forwards.
He did, Briston. And he did. He's gone with a long one over the back. Not quite. Nice punch. Just getting it over the line there.
Is that Howe?
Yeah, it's Howe.
Yeah. Good effort there. McDonald was waiting for the one over the back, and just that extra effort, the 1%ers.
Now let's watch Raymond to the right of the screen. Just watch him get busy around this contest. Snap. Sharples smothered. Yeah, well worked.
Yeah, someone was decked then, I reckon. Brownie,
yeah. Nathan Brown. He's going to get it back. Let's have another crack. Here's Howe. Goes with the handball to Bowles.
Usually a beautiful kick at the footy, Bowles.
Simon Deary, right half back flank. Long down the line. Melville just punches it forward. Nice smother there from Jamie Jones. Causes a turnover. Kick up to right half forward for Nightcliff. It buffs with the numbers. So a risky kick, but it might pay off. Stokes out to space. Someone needs to shepherd someone.
Yeah, no talk there. They nearly stuffed that up, didn't they?
Just works. Now they get a decent crack at it. Rodos. Held up. Goes with the kick. Ahmad Watkins.
Look at that contest, Nick. There's 5 Nightcliff players, 2 for the Buffs.
And what, you know, this comes down to like work rate too, right, Tash, and you know, fitness and
All those key aspects of football.
something I'm not good at, so I won't go too hard. Jamie Jones finds a handball over the top. There we go, 3/4 time here at Darwin Mazda Nightcliff Oval, and it's all Nightcliff one-way traffic. 13-15, 93 to Darwin. Buffaloes 4-4-28. We'll have a quick break and be back with the final quarter real soon. Welcome back. Round 11 action, final quarter. About to get underway here from Darwin Mazda. Nightcliff Oval, where it's Nightcliff 13-15, 93. The Buffs 4-4-28, Tash.
Yeah, the positives that Buffs can take out of that was 3 goals to 1. So in the first quarter, Tigers kicked 5 goals, and in the second quarter, another 5 goals. So they restricted them to 3 goals in that quarter. Seeing can we get them pretty in tidy. You know, there's not much more that you can do. He's made a few changes. I think that sort of helped in that third quarter. Be interesting to see how they finish off this game, because I reckon Bucksy would have had a bit of a chat to his guys as well, and kicked 4 behinds in that quarter. But when you've only kicked 4-4 for the whole game, you can't really see them getting too many goals in this last quarter.
Just feels as though the Christmas break can't come quick enough for the Buffs.
Yeah, they need to regroup, don't they?
My word. Out of the middle, holding the ball every day of the week. Well done. They've come out with a full head of steam. Joey Collinson takes a mark, plays on quickly, out of side, on the left, inside 50. Matt Watkins, Raymond, not quite.
This is a bit better.
Quick kick, just goes through from behind. Good start from the Buffs, Tash.
Yeah, it was a bit more electrifying and taking on the game, and unfortunately there it didn't go the way they wanted, but good start.
They're a very quick side once they get a bit of a run on the Buffs.
They are extremely quick.
But let's not take anything away from Nightcliff. Well-oiled machine, look at that kick.
Oh, just a bigger bodied, stronger.
Philo. Little shove out from Moroney. Stokes goes without it. Moroney tries to reel it back in. Emery on the left, round the corner. Melville in a one-on-one.
Oh, just protected the ball drop there. Willsy's going up forward. He's calling for the ball. Yeah. Goes further afield. Just too easy in the end.
Very unselfish play from Trent Melville. And Phil Wilts, the captain. Of course, ex-Buffalo. He'll line up for his first this evening. Probably not a noted goal kicker, Tash.
No, I reckon it's Willsy's is here, yeah. Willsy was calling for it, but he ignored that.
Totally ignored it.
It's
kick on
good.
the way, it's gone through.
Off the boot.
Hard to see with those numbers, isn't it?
Yeah. Just waiting for him to turn around there. I reckon that's number 1.
No.
No, it's not Murray.
Is it 4? Is it just
Broderick?
Broderick, is it?
Oh, wow. Those numbers, please, if anyone. We've said this a number of times with the Tigers. Please change the colour of your jumpers.
Where's Mark Kelly gone?
Numbers.
Where has he gone?
Yeah, this is just so difficult. I mean, you look at the Buffalo's numbers; they stand out. You can see them a mile away.
Yeah.
You just struggle with the Nightcliff ones, that's for sure.
We really need to. I'll be stepping down. Oh, there's Mark Kelly down there, revving people up. Of course he is on his mobile phone, texting away. I'll be letting it rip in the sports bar after this, having a quiet few with the great man. Nice, just caught one in the eye by the looks of things. Sharples. Here they go, through the middle. Wilson couldn't quite drag it in. Sorting themselves out now. Nice spinning pirouette move. And from Cale Cossack, he's got it up to half forward.
Again, not much on.
Here's Vrodos.
That's a bit better, keep possession of the footy rather than blaze away into that forward 50.
Well, if they hold on to it, Nightcliff can't do much with it. And the free kick's going the way of the Buffs here.
Yeah, chopping the arms, I reckon that was.
Over the shoulder. Gets Hassan Ahmad Watkins, the great man. He'll go back and line up for his second.
A bit of a breeze starting up now.
Just quietly, thank you.
Yeah, I was going to say, been missing the last 3 quarters.
It's the sort of thing, though, when it'll just fire up as we go, I reckon. Just to really get on our goat. Once through from behind. Meanwhile, over at TIO Stadium, third quarter, 16 minutes into it. St Mary's 68 to Waratah 63. They've worked back into it nicely, Waratah.
Cracker of a game, that one.
Oh, my word.
Good test for the Tars. We talking about earlier, haven't really played a top 4 team, so good test and indication to see where they're actually at.
McKenzie at halfback under pressure. Extreme Nightcliff pressure. Takes that man. Holt Fitz. Gets Boots a ball. Into that one-on-one. Melville feeds handball over the top. Roberts around the corner. Risky kick under pressure. It's a nice releasing handball.
Oh.
He's real hand. Hospital sort of set-up stuff, that is. McKenzie with a nice kick. The centre wing. Cossack. One kick in the Raven. That's a nice kick. Where's this been tonight?
Yeah, that's better from Raymond. Use your speed. Run to the space. Use your speed, mate. Not many people are going to be able to go with you.
Absolutely not. Who's that down there?
And that's McDonald, I reckon. Liam McDonald.
Hard up against the boundary.
Not a noted goal kicker. He's usually a defender. He's been moved up there in one of those changes in the last quarter.
Fair way out too, he is. He'll probably kick from just inside the 50. It's a long kick. It is snuck in for a behind. So the Buffs 4-7-31. It's Nightcliff 14-15-99. 68-point margin. 5.5 gone.
And of course, Nightcliff have done this without Cameron Eilert, so he's to come back into the side at some stage.
You reckon this is a, except for Eilert, this is a pretty one of their best sides?
Yeah, Jono Perez was running around in the ones today. Hugo Drogamuller as well.
Yeah.
But just as we spoke about that depth.
Well, there's no Dirksen tonight too.
Yeah, he's missing.
He's had a great season. Meanwhile, Buffs turn that one over.
Now, when you look at it, the Tigers, there hasn't been really one outstanding player today. It's just been across the board a real team effort.
Yeah.
I can't really pinpoint where someone has an absolute blinder for the Tigers.
So this is Briston for his first of the evening. Slide angle, we're right behind it. Gee whiz, we get a good look at it here. From inside 50. Nice kick, helicopter style, falls short. Snap around the corner. High up and under through for behind.
I reckon Emery up forward, been in the better players as well, but Philo got around it early in the first half, probably not as much as a footy in the second half.
Yeah, he worked into that first quarter nicely. It took him a few minutes to get going, and then once he got going, he was on. So Nightcliff right out of their back line. Up to centre wing on that outer side. Buffs have the numbers though. Nightcliff arrive, however. Oh, geez, that's a crunching tackle.
Oh, Bradley Stokes, I reckon that was.
Bang, bang, bang.
Oh, that was a cracker.
Down a fairly sizey unit.
Yeah, hard nut as well, like his brother Bradley.
All thrown up. Archer's been a bit more quieter in the second half around the ground.
Oh,
nice tackle.
Desperation at its best there. I think Moroney could really do there. He was blindsided, but that was brilliant.
Zemery, I think.
Desperation tackle.
Has Melville out space into 3-on-1 flights.
Oh.
Almost. Paddles it out. Holt Fitz, how about those hands? Gets a handball away. He's taken the PI here.
Philo's just absolutely been decked behind the play by Briston, I reckon that was. Playing the advantage, so it's a goal, but...
Meanwhile, it's Adam Lyons. He gets his second.
Big hit put on.
Yeah, you're right. That line's getting louder and louder. Tiger.
Yeah, the Tiger is, as the goals are put on the board.
15-15, 105 to Darwin Buffaloes, 7-8-32. 73-point lead, 9 gone in the final quarter.
Yeah, if they can just maintain they can hear the Buffs. But it sort of they started the game pretty well. They got the first goal of the game, mind you, and then it just has dried up since then.
That's right. We were thinking, you know, we got a game on our hands here.
Yeah, we're on.
It's been Nightcliff ever since. Gets a 50. Run too far. That would have been point of the day. Didn't run too far.
Yeah. Yeah, only just, I reckon.
Bailey Edwards.
Yeah, Bradley's had a good game.
Yeah, he has, hasn't he? Off half back. Tommy Clark. It's a nice kick. The Bowls had a more of a quieter game than usual.
Yeah, for his standards and rode us as well.
All right, Briston. It's a little Raymond in a 2-on-1. Almost ends up dragging it down, the little man.
Yeah, again, just that kick and hope into the forward 50 that something does happen rather than a spot-up kick. That's bread and butter for the Nightcliff defenders. Those sorts of kicks.
And so other winners today, Southern Districts getting the job done over Palmerston. Wanderers absolutely handing it to Tiwi. I cannot for the life of me see Tiwi winning a game at all this season.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one, and good that shout out to good family friends. Brenton Motlop played his 150th
He's a great man.
game
Brenton
out there,
Motlop,
yeah, and Brody Motlop. So Shannon's eldest boy played his first game, so another Motlop is
Motlop
out there.
Central. How does he go about it?
Yeah, he's a good young player. Of course, big shoes to fill.
Absolutely.
But yeah, it was good for him to play his first game alongside Brenton with his 150th.
Bowls quickly out of the pack.
No doubt there's a bit of talk going around in the Motlop family. Young Weiwei's pretty happy with his first 2 games of footy. And,
Did he play today?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did.
Yeah, he just popped up again in his second game last week and kicked 3.
Yeah, it's unreal. But you look at the pedigree from both sides of that family, it's just unbelievable.
I know. It's your real Winx sort of setup, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, if he was a racehorse, he'd be worth a lot of money.
My word. Have a look at this. Inside 50, kick on the way is across the face. Through from behind.
But keeping a level head on it too, and that's what you like to see with a lot of the juniors coming through. Sometimes they can, I think the hard work's actually done once they get into that debut game, but he's working hard and off to boarding school next year, which I think will be a good indication for him to concentrate on his footy and his schooling. I reckon we're going to see big things from Wayland.
15-16, 106 Nightcliff Buffs, 4-8-32. 74-point margin. Down the line, this one stayed in. Saw the young boundary umpire nearly stick his hand up in the air and blow the whistle, but it was clearly still in. And Nightcliff again. Emery in a 1-on-1 with the one hand. Holt Fitz goes to ground. Emery crashes in.
No
Holt Fitz, how about the handball? That is a great play. Liam Holt Fitz, that's your goal, sonny boy.
Oh, too easy there, and caught ball watching there, weren't they? The Buffalo's defenders got sucked into the contest and he got it out in the open space, but what about the vision?
God, it's a good handball.
Oh.
It's a 20-metre handball. I didn't know the little man could handball that far.
Yeah, I was waiting for him to dance around and maybe have a crack at the goals, but, you know, the team thing first always with the Nightcliff Tigers.
Cameron Islet running water. I can't see. I need my glasses. Is that Cameron Islet?
Yeah, that's Cameron Islet there. He ran water in the Div 1 game, which was before this, and did special comments with the women's game with Charlie and myself today. So he's been a busy man.
He is. He's everywhere.
Real clubman, and you know, since him and Phil Wills come over, it's just you know, the 10-year plan for Tigers has worked perfectly. And just loving the lights here. Of course, a lot of the grounds have lights now that they can have home night games, which is beautiful. That sea breeze is starting.
80-point margin as it stands. Buffs looking up to half forward. That Nightcliff pressure, the game's well and truly done and dusted, and have a look at the pressure that's coming in from them.
Yeah, they haven't put their cue in the rack, have they? They want more goals.
Meanwhile, Tommy Clark almost turns over.
Oh.
Bit of a trip. Puts his hand straight up, Tommy Clark. He says, fair enough. Kicks them out to the outer wing. This way, you see Big Archer there. Lumbering. Hope fits. Plenty of time. Wheels around the right. Have a look at that for delivery. Straight on Melville's chest. It's like they're hitting another gear tag.
Yeah.
And that's the scary thing, isn't it?
Holmberg, there's not much you can do. When the delivery is in there, he was on his bike. And as I said, Melville and Emery, they just read their midfielders so well, trust that they're going to win the footy and already get on their bike to get in front of their opponent.
So Melville, the number 20 for Nightcliff. 2 to his name so far. He's for a third. Kick on the way. Across the face and through from behind.
Missed that one. So they've kept him to 2 goals in this quarter, I think it is. 2 or 3 goals.
That's not the best kick from Stokes, but Bean works it out nicely. Here's Roberts. He had Maroney out wide, ignored that, goes longer afield. Raymond from the side did well, kept his feet, goes to ground now though, at that crucial time.
Too fast for himself there, but I reckon he's earned himself the free kick.
He has. Bowls inside. 50.
Oh, big fly there. Unrealistic attempt. Not quite sure who that was.
One of the earliest flies you'll ever see.
Briston, I reckon.
Here's Phil Wills, the captain. Right back pocket. Umpire asks him to play on now. No one really comes at him. Oh, he's turned it over. That's rare as hen state, seeing that man turn that over.
Yeah, you don't see that very often. As I said, but, you know, Nightcliff, not the most dominant, as I said previously, start to the season, but, you know, some of their players aren't having their best seasons, but still their best is up here compared to other players. So there's still, you know, like Rolls Royces of football out there, but, you know, once they start firing on all cylinders again, then I have no doubt that that Nightcliff will be in the grand final.
Easy.
Yeah.
Tommy Clark, kick on the way. He runs through it. That's a nice kick off the boot. Well done, son.
Yeah, as soon as he kicked that, he knew that was through. Young Clark, of course, he captained the team the other week in the absence of Jared Stokes. Young man, I think he's just turned 21. Good rugby player. Did a lot of work in the pre-season. Got himself in top condition, and a full credit to him. He leads the brothers in rugby league as well. Fantastic player, and it's good to see him cementing his spot here in the Buffs.
Nightcliff 16, 17, 1, 13. Darwin Buffaloes 5, 8, 38. 75-point lead.
Yeah, still a bit of time to go, but at half-time I thought the floodgates were really, really coming out. So they've done relatively well to hold it in check here, the Buffs.
Here's Stokes out of the middle, just goes through from behind. Just missed. 74-point margin now. 113, plays 39, 18 gone. In the final quarter here at Darwin Mazda Nightcliff Oval.
And it's next round that it's all suburban games, isn't it? No games at TIO.
Love it when the footy goes out to the burbs.
Yeah, so do I.
We'll be rocking out at, is it that Palmy next weekend?
Yep, out at Kazali's there.
Yeah. Joint will be rocking. Andrew throwing on that other side. So dominant display here from Nightcliff tonight. As we just mentioned, 74-point margin. We said earlier in the piece, Darwin got off to a good start the first sort of 8 to 10 minutes, Tash, and it's been all Nightcliff since.
Yeah, poor Archer did definitely best on ground along with Jared Stokes tonight. I thought Maroney's played really well in the back line as well.
He's tried his heart out, Archer, tonight.
Look at the run. Like we said, the game is well and truly over, but they just keep pushing and pushing and pushing.
This Holt Fitz seeing that one over the line. We'll have a boundary throw in.
Yeah, right in front of the balcony here with the faithfuls.
You see a bit of a frothy in the foreground there.
Yeah, right.
You're wrapping our laughing gear around one of them soon.
Yeah, playing here myself, I used to try and keep away from this pocket if I could, because you got a bit of a mouthful from the balcony up here.
Yeah, my word.
They've been relatively quiet tonight, actually.
Philo with the handball. Let's just work this out nicely now. Matt Watkins just overcooked it.
Yeah, there's that turnover, isn't it? Critical.
That's Brown over to Nyhouse. As we said earlier in the piece, that back six been unbelievable tonight for Nightcliff. And Nyhouse asked to move it along now, puts it inside 50. Holt fits into space.
Perfect kick. It's just watching the Nightcliff forwards, and there's a number of leads, and they just make sure they don't get in each other's way. They're very smart and play for each other, and they sort of all let out and just left that corridor open for that kick to go straight in. You know, and in the end, Liam Holt Fitz takes it on the chest, uncontested pretty much. It's
yeah, they just understand each other so well, this Nightcliff
yeah.
team. It really shows tonight, Tash. Just as you explained it then, everyone sort of went on their leads, and Holt Fitz just slips into the hole and takes it on his chest. Here he goes, goal number 2 on the way. He celebrates, he sticks it through.
Yeah, good work there by the Tigers. Just their rotations that they got going through. There's the roar is getting louder.
Sit out. No. That bloody Tiger. It's doing a fair bit, isn't it, Tash? When you're sitting up here. You hear it on the other side, no worries.
Yeah.
Up here, it just goes.
Yeah,
bang,
it goes
right
off.
in your ear. So, 17-7, 119 to Buffalo's 5-9-39.
Who have the Tigers got next week?
Yeah, that's a really good question. Tiwi over there.
Ah, yes, okay.
Archer out of the centre. Another nice tap from that man. Kick comes up to half forward. Raymond just paddles it backwards. Kick around the corner. Wasn't a bad one. It's just that Nightcliff player was out in the space. It's Nyhouse running himself into a bit of trouble. He's got plenty of time though. Brown goes backwards. Across the goal. Nightcliff will just look to hold on to things here. We've gone 22 minutes in the final quarter. Ooh. Henry Jones drops a simple mark. Goes back and puts some pressure on though. Well done, Jamie Jones. Tommy Clark goes to ground, gets back up, feeds out the handball.
So strong through the hips, isn't he, Tommy Clark?
He's McKenzie chopping things off for Nightcliff.
He's really worked himself into the game, Tommy Clark. So there's some, positive signs. Young Raymond, Clark coming through.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he's got to go hunting for a tall forward.
Yeah, well, I might come out of retirement yet.
They'll bring out the checkbook, you reckon?
Yeah, no, bloody oath. No salary cap up here. Sign me up.
That's it.
There we go. Final siren as we just start talking absolute rubbish here at Darwin Mazda Nightcliff Oval. It was all Nightcliff all night, 17-7, 119 to the Darwin Buffaloes 5-9-39 as we just rip into the song, Tash.
There we go, Len.
Let's go through some goal kickers just quickly, Tash, because that is cranking. Adam Wines with 2, Sean Wilson 2, Cole Emery 3, Brody Philo with 1, Trent Millville 2, Tom North 2, Liam Holt Fitz 2. Jeez, I'm loving this
I can't
song.
even hear myself.
Yes, Butterick 1. That'll do us here from Nightcliff Oval. Nightcliff 17-17 to 119 to Darwin Buffaloes 5-9-39. Enjoy the rest of this song. Crank it up. See you next time.